All right, good morning, guys. Well, it's been a pretty crazy week of weather. We have a storm to the south of me and unseasonably warm weather after a solid cold front about a week ago. So we're gonna try to make the most out of the cards we were dealt today. We'll probably focus on speckled trout and sheepshead. So here's the situation. It's like too warm and kind of early for the trout. They're not really stacked up in any particular area. It's been just enough cold weather to push all the mullet out of here at least. I'm not seeing them. There might be some closer to the inlet, but backwater, there's not much mullet activity either. I see some small bait, shrimp, mud minnows maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. That means there might be fish on structure because there's, you know, less stuff on bait. So let's go look at the structures. I'm gonna throw a provoke jerkbait. 6 cents lures makes this. I'm fishing some oysters here and just hit spot locking them, hanging out. Figuring out where and what. So I started slow, a bunch of casts, real slow retrieve. Now I started burning this jerkbait in. Check this fish out. It's a pretty nice one. Gonna keep a couple if I injure them. These fish that I'm barely hooking in the corner of the mouth, really not too keen on killing them. Deck is nice and wet. Easy, easy. You want to wet your hands on these fish. It's not a bad trout. Ooh, nice and quick. So we're gonna work pretty shallow stuff for the most part, my guess. 3 to 5 feet. Do have some fiddler crabs. Can drop on some deeper holes, of course, but we'll see what the bite's like. There's one. All right, Mr. Trout, get in here. All right, couple on the top waters. Ooh, he wanted it. Angry fish there. Let's see. It's a speckled trout. This one's a little smaller than the last few. This is on a glide bait, hybrid glide bait rather. And yeah, I think I'm very quick on the trigger. I'm not like ever gut hooking these fish very much. Okay, basically a jointed crankbait. Swims just beautifully though. It's a beautiful looking lure there. All right, so it's what is it, 8 o'clock now. Gonna switch it over now, do a little sheepshead fishing. I've got some fiddler crabs. Kept a bunch of sea mullets the other day, so not really in it for the meat today. But if I had fatally hooked one, I would have kept one. Trout I'm not a huge fan of when the weather's warm. It's almost 80 degrees out right now, so start keeping trout when it's in the 40s and 50s. They seem to hold up better. Let's do a little sheepshead fishing, just see what's doing. Maybe I'll keep 1 or 2 of those for dinner too. All right, so in here I've got a bunch of fiddler crabs. I'm gonna give them a try. That one's like tiny, some of them are real small. This time of year it can be tough to get the bigger ones. Got some mud crabs in there too, so I'm gonna go back and forth between the two most likely. But let's start with the fiddlers, see what kind of life we got. I'm not even gonna crack the shells to start, but we'll see. All right. It's a pretty big sheepshead. Ooh, I like that. I like that indeed. I like seeing that to be my first fish. Look at that beauty. God, look at those teeth. They're so scary. Alrighty. It's not a bad one. Probably about 19, 20. What a pretty fish. See if we get a couple more. That's a good sign. I'm gonna go 2 fiddlers. I break off the claw usually. Makes them spin less, they sink easier. Just like that. And we're fishing about 10 feet of water on these rocks here. Oh, don't go there. Oh, lost them. Got him. Spot lock. How many fish around? It is kind of late for these bigger sheepshead, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we really catch them too much up inside mid-November. Yeah, it's a little late. Ooh, look at that one. That's a nice one. It's bigger than the first one for sure. 10 feet of water. Just anchored up on this rip here. Oh, golly. Need a mud crab. I'm just gonna take a quick measurement. I am curious. Let's see how big that guy is. 21. These aren't bad. 21. Nice fish, huh? All right. Good fish. Damn, biggest sheep I've caught in a long time here. Golly. Woo! Donkey, man, donkey sheepshead. Wow. I thought that was gonna be a huge drum, man. For sure thought we had a drum on here. That is a stud of a sheep. Take a quick little measurement, man. That's a monster. Guess we got some serious migration going on now. No big black drum yet, but the big sheeps are migrating through right now. So that's a really nice one for here. It's about 23 incher. Fishing backwater. That's a sick one for the backwater, man. It's a sick one. I think this one might be over 10. Big fish. Really nice fish right there. I didn't think that was going to be a sheepshead for sure. I thought we had a drum. I'm kind of calling it a day. We threw topwater early, some jerkbait action, and we rounded it out with the crabs. Tried a couple different things. I fished live bait for a little bit. Not on that. 3 sheepshead only. Every fish was 20 inches and bigger though. That's kind of the size I'd like to fish for. Sheepshead and speckled trout to me just don't freeze very well. So, especially those big sheepshead, man. You know, those are older fish, so kind of I just like to keep those 14 to 18 inches. Big ones I'd rather put back. That's just me personally, you know. I don't think they taste that good anyway when they get that big. Water's 72, which is kind of unusually warm for mid-November. I also usually not really catching big sheepshead up inside anymore this time of year. Last few years, I think the big sheeps I was really starting to catch just primarily in the ocean. We should start seeing some really big black drum also right about now, probably with that warmer weather a little slower than usual. So not bad. Check the video's description, everything we used. We used bottom sweeper jigs for our sheepshead, used a mirror lure topwater for a couple trout, and we used some jerk baits. I had one of them, I lost one. We used a couple other, you know, hard baits today. Caught a couple, so not too bad. All right, let me get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed.